Hi Year 2, Miss Warren here again, and we are looking at session 3 and 4 for maths this week. So let's take a look at what we'll be getting up to. So we are looking at fractions for today and tomorrow. So there won't be a new video tomorrow, just this one. So when we look at fractions, we need to know what the top number's called and what the bottom number is called. So I won't say just yet, you have a think, can you remember what the top and bottom number are called? So if you did remember, the top number is called the numerator. And this is how many parts of a shape or number you colour or count. And then the bottom number is the denominator. And this is how many parts you have in total, how many equal parts. So when we look at fractions, we have halves, okay? So that's just like cutting a pizza in half. Half for you, half for me. And then when we're finding half of a number, we can do that as well by halving a bar and sharing out equally across both sides. Then when we move on to quarters, that is sharing into 4. Okay, so we cut our pizza into 4 pieces. Okay, and that's the same for a bar. We divide it into 4 equal pieces. And then if this one's half and this one's quarter, this one has a 3 as the denominator. So this one is thirds. So you guessed it, we cut the pizza into 3 equal parts, or we cut the bar into 3 equal parts. So just like that. And we have to make sure it's equal, otherwise our answer won't be correct. So that's halves, quarters, and thirds. Now, sometimes the numerator is different. So that doesn't mean we're looking for 1/2 or 1/4. It means we're looking for 2 quarters. Okay, so we still divide the pizza into 4 equal pieces, but this time we're not going to eat 1/2, we are going to eat 2 quarters. So we are going to eat this part and this part of the pizza, and then 2 quarters are left. So if this was a bar, we would divide the bar into 4 equal parts and then count not one of those 4 parts, but 2 of those 4 parts. And that'll make more sense in a minute, I promise. So we would count these 2 parts. And then if this is 2 quarters, this must be 3 quarters. So we have 3 quarters. And we would divide the pizza into 4 again, but this time we wouldn't eat 2 pieces, we would eat 3 pieces. 3 of the 4 pieces. Okay, and then same as this one, the bottom number is 3, so that was thirds. So we divide the pizza into 3 and we are going to eat 2 of the 3 parts. So we divide it into 3, 1 equal piece, 2 equal pieces, 3 equal pieces, and then we would eat this part and this part. Okay, so for red today, you are simply halving numbers. So we divide the bar into 2 and we share out 16. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we count 1/2, okay? Because there's a 1 on the top of the fraction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then Miss Warren would pop in her answer 8. So halving a number is dividing it into 2 equal parts. And then we have quarters. And there's a little M there before we move on. And that's because you might just know it. Lots of people know that half of 10 is 5. Lots of people know that half of 20 is 10. So if you know it mentally, that's fine, but just pop the little M there so we know. And then when we move on to quarters, we divide our bar into 4 equal parts because the bottom number is 4, the denominator is 4. We then share out 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're looking for 1/4. So we count one of the parts and we can see that the answer is 2. And then moving on to thirds, we divide the bar into 3 equal parts. And then we share out the number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we count just one of those thirds. One of those thirds you can see is 3. So we pop our answer in there. Now that seems easy peasy, and I know lots of you were brilliant at fractions when we did them back in school, but if you move on to purple because you smashed red, orange and green, then you need to again share the bar equally between the denominator. So here I've got 3/4, so I'm dividing it into 4 and sharing out 8 equally, just like I would normally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But this time I'm not counting one of my quarters, I am counting 3 of my quarters. So I've got 2, 4, 6, and I pop in my answer there. So when you get onto purple, you need to look really carefully at the numerator because that's how many parts you need to count. And then if you get onto gold, you read the word problem and write out the number sentence. So, Mr. Straight bought 16 bottles of juice. He took 1/4 of them to a picnic. How many bottles did he take? So if there's 16 bottles in total, we are finding 1/4 of 16. So 1/4 of 16. That is my number sentence. So I write the number sentence out once I've underlined the important parts, and then if I need a bar to help me solve that problem, I simply draw a bar, divide it into 4 because that's what it's asking me to do, 1/4, divide it into 4, share out the 16 and find out what 1/4 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 1/4 is 4. And I would write in my answer there. So, step success. Look at the fraction. Draw a bar. Divide it into the denominator. Share out the number and count the numerator. If you get onto gold, then you need to write out a number sentence for the problem and then solve the problem and then write in your answer. So if you get stuck, give us a shout. We're here to help.